Well, hello, my beautiful and gorgeous bougie friend. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Val, and today I'm going to be showing you how I remove my polygel toes. Girl, I've had these toes on for like about 3 weeks now, and it's time to take them off. So let's get right into the video. So I'm going to use these little cuticle clippers. I got these from Enail Couture, and I'm going to start off by taking off all my bling. My bling is attached with the Makarrt rhinestone glue, and that glue is really strong, so I have to fight with it. But yeah, so this is what they look like after I take off all of my bling. And now I'm going to take my nail clippers. I got these from Amazon. These are like the straight nail clippers, and they're really strong, and I'm going to clip them down a bit. And if you have like a natural toenail growing underneath, don't clip them down so low, friend, because you're going to clip your nail. But me, I don't really care, and to be honest, I don't really have a really long toenail, so I'm going to clip all of my toes like so. And this is what they look like. I clipped both of my feet down, and now let's get into thinning them out. I'm going to be thinning out my polygel nails with a nail drill, and this nail drill is a super beginner friendly drill. I'm not really experienced with nail drills. I don't really use them all the time. I'm usually a hand file kind of girl, but this nail drill is really beginner friendly. I got it from Amazon. It comes with a foot pedal. It's not wireless or cordless, so that's the only bad part about it. I honestly don't have the best of luck with rechargeable nail drills, so this nail drill works perfectly fine for me. And if you're not experienced with using nail drills and you don't own one, you can easily use a nail file and you could file off the polygel. However, I did do a lazy girl method on my toes, and I have the press-on nail on top, so I have like an extra layer of plastic. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my nail drill, and the drill bit that I'm using is by LGN Pro. So as you guys could see here, I am filing off the polygel. However, I'm not going to file it all off completely. I'm just going to be thinning it out. This process should not hurt at all, and the only thing that I'm doing is just making the polygel thin enough to soak off with acetone later on. Okay friends, so this is what my toe is looking like so far. She's still looking a little bulky. I'm going to be going over her once more, but now I'm going to do the rest of my toes. And when I'm back, we are going to be melting them off with some acetone. Alright, so here are my toes. This is what they are looking so far once I've thinned them out with my nail drill. And now I am going to try to melt them off with acetone. By the way, whatever I do to one foot, I do to the other off camera. I'm sorry if I don't do both of them on camera and if that confuses you. I just figured why do the same thing twice over and over again, you know? Okay, so to loosen up the remaining polygel on my toes, I'm going to grab this pure acetone. This is from Sally's. These cotton wipies, I got these from Amazon. I will be linking everything that I use in the description box below. And I'm going to be using these aluminum foils that I cut up. This is aluminum foil for my kitchen. I'm going to be drowning the little cotton wipies in acetone, and I'm going to be wrapping it all over my toe, and I mean drown it, friends. I recommend using little cotton balls, but I don't have cotton balls, and every single time I have to do a removal, I always forget to buy them. By the way, are there pink cotton balls out there? Do you think they sell pink cotton balls? Well, anyways, I'm getting distracted. So after drowning my little wipey in pure acetone, I'm going to grab my foil and I'm going to wrap my toe really good, friend. Look, I call this the burrito method. Isn't it hella cute? It looks like a little Chipotle burrito. Alright, so I'm going to do this to all of my toes. I'm going to drown my little wipies in acetone and turn them into burritos. Alright, so now that I have wrapped all of my toes, I'm going to let them sit like this for like about 15 to 20 minutes. However, the longer the better. I honestly recommend that you probably do 20 to 25 minutes. Polygel kind of takes a long time to soak off, especially if you do a really thick layer like I did. So I'm going to let mine sit for like about, I think I let mine sit for like about 15 minutes because I'm really impatient. So this is what they look like, and unfortunately, since I only let them sit for like about 15 minutes, it wasn't really easy to scrape off. If you find yourself fighting with the polygel to scrape it off, just leave it as is, friend, because you don't want to rip off a layer of your nail. So this is as much of the polygel that came off of my big toe. Now I'm going to move on to my second toe, and this is what it looks like. It didn't really peel off right away. I should have left it in there longer, and like I mentioned before, I should have used cotton balls because the little cotton wipes dried out really fast. However, this toe scraped off really well. Look, it came off completely fine, and the next toe, it did all right. This was kind of a fail. I'm sorry, friends. So take this as advice. Let your toes sit for longer, and the little acetone wipes, let it sit for like about 20 to 25 minutes. So this is as much of the polygel that I was able to scrape off. This is what my toes look like. And now I'm going to do my other foot really quick, and unfortunately this wasn't easy to scrape off either. I should have left my toes wrapped in the acetone a lot longer. A lot of the pieces didn't want to come off, and like I mentioned before, I didn't want to fight with the polygel because I don't want to rip off a layer of my natural nail. So I tried to scrape off as much as I could and what could easily come off. And once I was done scraping all the polygel off of my toes, here are my results. As you could see, I still have a lot of polygel on my toes. However, friend, if you are stuck in this situation, do not worry. The polygel is easy to file off with the nail file. Since it has been soaking in the acetone for a while, it is still a little bit like kind of like mushy. Not really mushy, but it's a lot softer and a lot easier to file down. So I'm just going to file, and I'm going to try to be careful not to file too much of my natural nail bed. I'm going to focus on just filing off the polygel off of my toe. This is what it looks like after I am done filing all the polygel off of it. As you can see, it looks really clean and damage free. It doesn't have any rings on it or anything like that. Super smooth. And now I'm going to do the rest of my toes really quick. And here are what my feet are looking like so far. After I'm done filing off all the polygel, I like to shape them. I like my toes to look super duper square. And that is pretty much how I remove my polygel toes, friend. I hope you guys found the tutorial really easy. And if you guys are more experienced at removing polygel, and if I missed a step, or if you guys recommend something, please let me know in the comment section down below. I love reading your comments and recommendations. And now let's give my toes a little bit of a makeover. What do you guys think? Because they look a little boring. So the other day I went to the 99-cent store. Actually, I went to the Dollar Tree, not the 99-cent store, the Dollar Tree, or should I say the $1.25 tree, because everything there's $1.25 now. And I found these press-on nails, and the reason why these nails caught my eye is because look, it has a cow print design on them. I've never seen cow print pre-made press-on nails, so I figured I'd buy them, and I figured we'd try them on our toes. Now I get that these press-ons are for hands, but girl, we could put anything on our feet. Anything is possible. Okay, so first I'm going to start off by cleaning my toes with some isopropyl alcohol and dehydrating them, and I'm going to add some base coat to them. I prepped them off camera, and now that I have added base coat to them, I'm going to be setting them in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. Once I've applied my base coat and I have set it, I am going to start applying my press-on nails. Now there's not that many pieces in here. The box says that there's only 12 pieces, so I didn't really have enough sizes to work with, and unfortunately the big toe size it didn't really fit my big toe. So we're going to have to use our DIY creative nail skills, and we're going to have to DIY our own big toe, friends. So let's get started on that. Actually, my love, I want to see what the press-on toes look like, or the press-on nails look like on my feet. So let's glue them on first and see what they look like. So I wiped the back of the plastic press-on nail with some isopropyl alcohol to get rid of any shine, and now I'm going to use my favorite nail glue. This is the Niqua Nail Bond. I bought this from Amazon, and I will be linking it down in the description box below. It's my favorite nail glue ever. So I applied a little bit of glue to my toe, and now I'm going to apply a little bit of glue to the back of my press-on nail, like so. Not too much because you don't want it to flood. And now I'm going to apply it on my natural nail like so. I'm going to let it sit for like about maybe 10 seconds. And when I let go, this is what it looks like. That's a little weird. To be honest, these press-on nails feel really flimsy, and they have a little bit of, like, how do you say it, like an apex, girl. So they're not really gluing on correctly to my toes. So let's see how this goes. Here are my toes, friend. What do you think? They look so funny. Ew, they look ugly. Okay, so now let's work on my big toe. So I'm going to DIY my own big toe. So here I have a pump it tip by Makarrt. This is a stiletto tip, and I am going to apply it onto my nail with my Nickel nail bond. And this is what it looks like. It looks like a little cone head. Oh, my foot looks so crazy. And now I am going to chop them all down to size. Now that I've shortened them down and I like the size a little bit, I am now going to paint my big toe because my big toe is standing out. It's clear, and I was debating whether if I wanted to make it into like a cow print nail or if I wanted to paint it completely baby blue. However, you already know me, friend. I love me some French toes, so we are going to do a baby blue French toe. So for my base color, I'm going to be using this really pretty nude by Nail Reserve, and I believe this color is called Sea Swing Sand and Sun. It's really beautiful and I love it. It's the perfect nude for a base. Wow. And now I'm going to set it in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. I did 2 coats of this color because this color is really light. Once my nude nail is out of the UV lamp, I am going to seal it with some clear top coat. I'm going to be using the Kawaii Nails Collection top coat, and I'm also going to paint the rest of my toenails with the top coat as well to give them a little bit of strength because they are really thin. That's one thing that I've noticed about the Dollar Tree or like dollar store nails. Any nail from like the 99-cent store or from the Dollar Tree, they're really flimsy, friend, like super duper thin plastic. And I'm going to set them in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. Once I'm done painting them, I was kind of scared that they might like bend like a U when I put them in the UV lamp, but they were perfectly fine. They were sturdy enough to handle the clear gel polish. And this is what they look like. They look the same, but I like the fact that they look super shiny now. I didn't like how matte they looked before. I'm also looking at the rest of my press-on toes right now, and I kind of left them looking a little too long, huh? I'm going to file them down a little bit throughout the video before I apply bling because they're looking a little bit monster long right now. Okay, so let's continue with my big toe and let's try to do a baby blue French tip. So to create my French tip, I'm going to be using my favorite nail art brush. I got this nail art brush from Amazon and I will be linking it down in the description box below. It is called a Winstonia nail art brush. And I'm going to be using the color Another Glass by Nail Reserve. And I'm going to start doing my French tip by creating a little arch across my nail like so. Now I'm going to fill in the rest of my French tip with my gel polish. I honestly didn't really like how high my French tip was, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag it down a little bit lower, if that makes any sense. I wanted the blue to really pop. And this is what it looks like once I'm done fixing it. Doesn't it look really cute? I love it. I'm going to set it in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. And when it's out, I'm going to seal it with some top coat. Now that my nails are out of the UV lamp, I can either leave them as is or I can add some bling. And you already know me, friend. We have to add the bling. So I'm going to whip out my bling kit. This is from Amazon. And I'm also going to whip out my favorite rhinestone glue by Makarrt. I know she looks really crusty, but trust me, friend, she's been through some stuff and I've had her for a really long time. And so I'm going to apply my bling onto my nails using my Makarrt rhinestone glue. And I'm going to create like a scattered pattern, like so. A scattered pattern, if that's what they're called, I don't know, but this is what it looks like. I tried doing it on my pinky toe, but unfortunately there wasn't enough room, so that's what my pinky toe looks like. But it looks cute. I'm also going to try it out on my big toe. Alright, so my toes are looking super cute and blinged out, and I left a big gap in the middle of my big toe because I want to add an extra big charm in the middle. Ooh, I just realized that there was a hair on my hand when I was trying to pick out the cherry. My bad, friends. But I'm going to be applying my cherry design with my bubblegum glue by Enail Couture, and I'm going to stick it in the middle like so, and then I'm going to set it in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. And here is my end result, friend. What do you think? I honestly think I did a really good job at transforming these $1 press-ons into these bougie looking toes. They look so expansive, and I definitely recommend doing this for like a date night or graduation or a birthday dinner. However, friend, I'm going to be really honest with you. Whenever I apply my press-on toes with regular nail glue, for some reason, they don't really last a really long time. So that's why I suggest trying this hack out for like special occasions. So if you're somebody who expects this to last like 2 to 3 weeks, friend, this isn't going to last a long time, especially if you wear closed-toed shoes. Whenever you wear closed-toed shoes with press-on nails that are applied with glue, for some reason, they just pop off really easily. It's probably because of the sweat, and it probably breaks down the nail glue, and that's why the nail pops off really easily. I don't know, maybe it creates a lot of oils, it breaks down the glue, but it does something so that it doesn't really last a long time. So like I said before, I definitely recommend this hack for special occasions so that you could have really bougie toes on a budget. Well, all right, friend, thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed the polygel removal, and I hope you enjoyed today's toe makeover. If you have any suggestions on any videos that you want me to try next, let me know in the comment section down below. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and also don't forget to check out my new Halloween merch. Ooh, spooky. All right, I'm gonna leave. Bye, friend. I love you. Mwah.